Anecdotally, we've heard from a bunch of different Republicans who are expressing concern, disdain, or disgust in different ways with the way that Donald Trump is running this campaign. I have another one to add to the list, and it's my friend Megyn Kelly. I was on Megyn Kelly's show recently, double teamed by her and Hogan Gidley. Not the most pleasant appearance, but you can see how it went. Find it on YouTube or on our website. Megyn Kelly now says, he's rambling. I find it boring. He is experiencing age-related change. She did an interesting interview with Nate Silver the other day. And again, part of this is they all want an escape hatch. They want to be able to say, if this does go down in flames, this being the Trump candidacy, I want to be able to have something on record that while I supported Trump, I didn't agree with the strategy. That's to some degree what Megyn Kelly is doing, but she is pretty accurately getting at much of what is so much a turnoff to many voters about Donald Trump. Take a listen to this.
Perfectly logical question to ask, why not just step aside now? I think that's perfectly logical, and the media should ask that question more and ask questions about Trump. Again, I would encourage more reporting on is Trump in some state of decline? I think that's a fair question to ask of any 78-year-old.
That is a fair question.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely a fair question. And look, one of the reasons why Trump gets upset with yours truly is because I have been raising that question for a while. And when he has what appear to be senior moments, I will call him out on it, and he doesn't like that. And I can't say that I blame him, but that's my job. I will say that in that discussion with Elon, to me, he seemed quite rambling. It was like,
yep.
he rambles. He goes on too long at his rallies and in these exchanges and at his presser the other day, to where you get kind of bored, you lose the thread, you lose interest, which is not something you're used to with Trump. Trump in 2016, he was tough to lose interest in. And I think that's probably an age-related change. So I think this is one of the challenges of the people around him who I'm sure are desperately trying to get him to stick on message.
No, look, for the first 30 minutes or so of the convention speech in Milwaukee, this is
all right. And I think we can stop here now. Nate Silver gives his analysis. Do I really think that Megyn Kelly is questioning, would Kamala Harris be the right person for me to support? Would she be better for the country? Of course she's not. She is locked in on this hardcore, I guess she's now, or maybe always has been, quote, a Christian in the political sense of it, where she sees Trump, despite his many affairs and all of it, as the pro-religion candidate in some way. I think she's fully bought into the economic claims of the Republican sort of package in the United States. I think this is just starting to point out the way I've shown you Greta Van Susteren doing, the way I've shown you Kayleigh McEnany doing, Stuart Varney, Neil Cavuto. They're all kind of starting to do this so that later none of them get stuck in the montages of, you were saying it was all fine and he was going to crush and he was going to win and all of it. So I wouldn't read more into this about I wouldn't read into this that there is a shift in the beliefs of these folks. What I would read into it is that there is some connection to the reality that this campaign is really not going well for Donald Trump. And there's the real potential to see a landslide loss. When you look at how close Florida is, North Carolina tied in a poll, the Rust Belt looking increasingly good for Kamala Harris. When you see that, the scenario for a Trump landslide seems almost impossible. He could absolutely win electorally, lose popular vote by a little bit, absolutely possible. But the asymmetrical analysis here is, based on today's polling, there's no way Trump gets a landslide. Trump may win, but there's a chance here that Kamala Harris gets a landslide. Now, as we learned from Frank Luntz earlier, things can change very quickly. And this may change in the 10 or so weeks remaining between now and the election. And that's what we have to be careful of. If you are a student or you run a business, you know how expensive software subscriptions can get. I can tell you as a business owner myself, it adds up, especially with so many software companies forcing bundles and subscriptions on you. And the solution is our sponsor, Software Keep. With Software Keep, you only buy the software you need. You only pay once, you always get a huge discount, and you'll get better customer support. Not only will you save money on software for Windows and Mac, but the experience with Software Keep is better. Before you buy, Software Keep will help you figure out what you actually need so you don't overpay. After you buy, if you have any issues, questions, or anything, Software Keep provides 24/7 lifetime expert software support, including holidays and weekends, and all purchases are protected by the 180-day money-back guarantee and a lifetime product warranty. Very different than when you buy direct from Microsoft. Software Keep is trusted by over 400,000 customers with a 4.7-star rating on Trustpilot. On top of the major discounts that Software Keep already provides, you, as an audience member of mine, get an additional 20% off for a limited time when you go to davidpakman.com/softwarekeep and then use the code PAKMAN. The link is in the description.